You're trapped in a small, windowless room with nothing but a computer with a text editor. When you type in a word, the object appears in the room. However, there's a catch: the only keys on the keyboard are in the first half of the alphabet, A to M. H-A-M-M-E. Damn. M-A-L-L-E. Damn. B-E-D. With a small pop, a simple single bed pops into existence, red sheets and a pillow. I'm not sure how it knows to make a single bed rather than a double, or a bunk bed, or whatever. Maybe it's time to test. B-E-D. Pop. Another single bed pops in, the same size but a different design, with blue sheets instead of red, and the room is now much more cramped. Maybe testing it out with bed isn't the best idea. B-E-L-L. 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 One after the other, 3 small bells appear. Thankfully, none of them are gigantic church bells, all are simple hand bells, fairly light and completely useless to me. But, it gives me an idea: even if I can't spawn an item that can get me out directly, I may be able to create something that I can dismantle for parts. 20 minutes later, I was trying to determine if my lightheadedness was due to a lack of oxygen in the room, or just panic. No R for air, or O for door. Out and window were obviously out of the question. Got a couple of beds and some bells, but nothing to dismantle the beds with for parts. A sudden burst of brainpower. G-A-L-E I type in, and a blast of air hits me in the face, almost knocking me to the ground. Everything in the room rattles, and 2 of the bells clatter to the floor and skitter around, before the blast of wind subsides. Well, at least I've got a source of air. Not exactly ideal, but it'll do. M-E-D-I-A. Pop. A TV appears on the wall, active without any apparent source of power. No remote, and it does not appear to have any other buttons but the on/off button. On the TV is a news show, showing a wildfire raging through somewhere in America. Well, it's a start. A link to the outside world. A very important one, considering the next part. FAME. The TV flickers for a moment, and nothing appears to happen. Then, a little red bar drifts across the bottom of the screen. Possible link to missing man. The newscaster breaks off from the literal wildfire story to a more metaphorical one, now covering my disappearance. Now people are looking for me, but I have no idea where I am. I have air, but I need food and water to survive for any longer than a couple of days. 3 clicks later, I had some ham. Could have some beef too, if I wanted later, washed down with some nice delicious kale and figs. Wonderful. Not exactly nutritious, but it would do. Water would be harder. Ah. H-A-I-L. A flurry of hailstones hammered down on top of me. I quickly held up 2 of the bells, catching as many as I could in them, and as the hailstorm ceased I jammed the bells into a gap in the side of one of the beds to melt for later. Basics sorted, though the obvious problem now would be excrement. Ah well. Oh. M-I-L-K. A bottle of milk appeared next to me, far easier to deal with than a hailstorm. Well, at least I was thinking outside the box. Outside the box. Another brainwave, this one much more dangerous. I looked at the 2 beds, then at the 3 bells. Tap 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 tap. A beef burger. Tap 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 tap. A steak. Tap 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 tap. A slab of raw beef. Whatever I typed in, it created the version of it that I wanted. I wanted a small bed, so it gave me one. I wanted small bells, it gave me them. I wanted beef, but changed what I wanted every time, and it gave me whichever version I wanted. I drank the milk, then focused on the bottle. FILL. It filled with water. It seemed like whatever was creating these items wasn't as monkey's paw-ish as I feared. It could have killed me any time by spawning in a church bell or filling the entire room with something. The next bit was more interesting, though. FILL. I typed again, focused on what I wanted. The bottle emptied. Or, more accurately, it filled with air. I smiled, typed in the same 4 letters, and stared at the wall, focusing on the 6-foot high, 3-foot wide, 10-foot deep area of it that I wanted to fill with air, and pressed enter.